Good morning everyone. For today our topic is computer hardware and software. So let's start. So first of all we are having hardware. What is hardware? Hardware are those parts of the computer that you can see and touch. Okay, like whenever you have a look on your laptop or your computer on your any device, the various parts that you can see and touch, or you can tell their specification or their size, like it's rectangular, it's square, it's having this much weight, its color is that. Okay, the physical specifications when you can give of any part of the computer, that comes under the category of hardware, like keyboard, mouse, CPU, monitor, scanner, printer, or there are so many devices of the computers that you can see and touch. That all comes under the category of hardware, or you can see the physical components that you can see and touch. Okay, so here are so many components that you can see and touch, like monitor, printer, keyboard, CPU, this is CD, mouse, webcam, and this one is the card reader, or you can say a pen drive. Okay, so all these parts that you can see and touch comes under the category of hardware. So the next one is software. Softwares are the parts that you cannot see and touch, but you can work over it. Parts of the computers that can neither be seen nor touched. Okay, or you can say it is a set of the instructions which are used to perform a particular task, like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or you are having so many softwares in your phones or in your computers, like some media players, some antiviruses, or some games are also, all are comes under the category of software. Apps, also known as the software. The short forms of the softwares are apps specially designed for mobile phones. Basically these are also the software, but a specific name has given to it because it's work only in the mobile phone. But when we talk about the computer system, we always pronounce it as software. So basically all the computer components that you can deal with or you can think over, all comes under the category of either hardware or the software. The parts that you can see and touch comes under the category of hardware, and the parts that you cannot see and touch but you can work on it. Okay, you will give the instruction to the computer, it will perform some work, that comes under the category of software. So have a look on various parts of hardware and software. This is software. As you can see here, this is a media player, this is a web browser, this is Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Acrobat Reader, Adobe Reader, Windows, the icons of window, and this is Google Chrome. All these comes under the category of software, on which we will work, or by which we will do our work or give the instructions to the computer to perform the work, but we cannot touch it or see it. And this, here comes the hardware parts that we have discussed earlier also, like monitor, printer, keyboard, mouse, pen drive, CD, or a scanner, that the physical device that you can see and touch. Okay, so this is about hardware and software. Next is types of hardware. All the components that we can see and touch are particularly divided into 3 categories depending upon their working, how they work. Okay, so we are having 3 types of hardware. First is input device, second is processing device, and the third one is output device. Okay, so first we will talk about input device. As the name is telling you, input. In means andar, put means rakhna. Okay, so the devices which are used to put something inside the computer, the devices that are used to enter data or instruction inside the computers are known as input devices, or you can just refer the name input. Okay, we are putting something inside the computer, so the devices are input devices. The data can be in the form of words, number, images, audio, video, multimedia data, whatever you want to enter, you can just enter it but by using input devices. And here I have given you a picture of keyboard, which is the most commonly used input devices. Okay, so the second one is CPU, or you can say the processing device. Okay, after the computer, when the computer will get the instructions, okay, what it will do after that, it will process it. Whatever information you have given to it, it will process it. Like we are having brain, okay, our body will work according to the brain, and computer work according to its brain, which is CPU, central processing unit, one and only processing device. There is no, or you can say no else processing device is there. There is only one processing device in the computer, which is CPU. Okay, it processes all the given inputs and controls the overall functions of the computer. How your data will be treated or how it will be processed, that will be the working of the CPU. We will discuss later in detail also. So here I have given you a picture of CPU. So every data that you will enter inside the computer goes to the CPU for the further processing, and after the processing, according to the instructions whatever we will give to the computer, after the processing it will move to the output devices. Output, that means the devices which are used to put something outside the computer, which are known as output devices. We are having so many output devices that shows the data or information entered into the computer. It shows the data, okay, and it used to enter the data. Okay, so here we can take the example of keyboard, because by keyboard we just type something or we give the instructions to the computer. And where here we are having the example of printer. Whatever inside the computer will just give a command and the same thing will come out of the computer in form of a paper. Okay, so this is the output device. Something is coming out of the computer, we are accessing the information out of the computer, and the most commonly used in output devices is monitor. Okay, input device is the keyboard, the most commonly used, and the processing is only one and only one, CPU, and the output devices is the printer, the most commonly used printer, monitor, but there are so many other output devices also. So the next is, okay, now we will discuss about input devices. So first one is the most commonly, as I have told you earlier also, is the keyboard. Keyboard means keys on a board. When you break the word, you will get its answer or its meaning. Okay, keys on a board. We have taken so many keys, assemble them on a board, and it is known as keyboard. It is the most essential input device. Okay, we cannot work without keyboard. In our phones also we are having a keyboard used to enter data in a computer. As it is an input device, so it is used to enter the data inside the computer. Every key has a special action. See, characters are written on the keys. Okay, so whatever, if I want to press J, I'll press this key. If I want to press A, I'll press this key. So each and every key is having its special task or its special action for what it is actually designed. Standard keyboard is having 104 keys. So there is a standard keyboard also, in which there is no extra key, which is compulsion. The keys which are compulsory for the keyboard, that comes under the standard keyboard. Okay, so a standard keyboard is having 104 keys. So this is the most important essential input device, commonly used to enter data, because it is input device, so that's why it is used to enter the data. So the next we are having types of keyboard. Okay, so first one is the QWERTY keypad or QWERTY keyboard. When you look at the keyboard, all the alphabets, all the 26 alphabets are arranged in these 3 lines. Okay, here, and in the first line, the first 6 letters are QWERTY. That's why the name of the keyboard is QWERTY keyboard. It is the standard one, having 104 keys. First 6 letters of the alphabets are QWERTY. That's why it is having the name keyboard, and there is no extra key over here. That means these are the standard keys or the most important keys which are on this keyboard. Okay, it should be there, otherwise we cannot work on the keyboard. So let's discuss the next type of keyboard, then you will have a proper better understanding. Here we are, second type of keyboard, which is multimedia. As you know, the multimedia, something which is the combination of text, audio, video or graphics, known as multimedia. So here you can see this is the standard part of the keyboard and these are the extra keys given over here. So this is for this some special task like play or pause the key, volume control keys, sleep, shutdown, brightness keys. Okay, so these are the extra keys which are added to the standard keyboard and it is known as the multimedia. Obviously it is having more than 104 keys because these are the some extra keys are added to it. That's why it is the special one, or you can say the multimedia. Having specific control keys instead of the standard work, it is performing some extra work also by using these keys. So that's why it is specific control keys it is having. Special keys to directly access the internet and recently used programs also. So multimedia keyboard is having this feature also. You no need to go to the web browser or the, you can say, the file explorer. It will just give you a shortcut to access the internet or the recently used program. There is just simply a key, just press it. And similarly you can shut down the system, you can increase or decrease the volume, or you can do increase or decrease the brightness also, the brightness of the monitor also. There is no need to go inside the control panel and check all the settings. So these are the extra keys which are added to the standard keyboard and it is known as multimedia keyboard. So we are having two types of keyboard, and keyboard is input device. So these are the components of the computers. When you talk about everything that we will find in a computer is either a part of hardware or a software. Till now we have discussed the three types of hardware, which is first is input device, processing device and the output device. Now we are doing the further parts of the input device. First we have done keyboard. Okay, keyboard is again of two types, which first one is the QWERTY one and the second one is the multimedia. So next is, this is how the things follows, and when we will discuss the software, then we will study system software, application software and the utility software. This is how the things follows, or these are the various, you can say, the categories, how the devices are divided in this components of computer. Okay, so next we are having mouse, again an input device. Okay, as we have done the three types of hardware, input, processing and output. So now we are discussing the various types of input devices. First keyboard we have done, which is the most important one, and second one is the mouse. Okay, so this is a mouse having two buttons and a scroll wheel inside this. Second commonly used input device, which one is the first? It's a keyboard. Has two buttons left and right, having one scroll wheel in the middle of them, used to point, select and move items on the screen. Keyboard, like I am using this pointer, so I am doing this with the help of mouse. With the keyboard we can type, we can give instructions, but when we want to point something or select something or open something, we want to access file or folder or anything, or we want to move items, then we will use mouse. Second commonly used, because the first one is the keyboard. Now we will discuss the various types of mouse. So the first one is mechanical mouse. Mechanical mouse, as you can see, it is used previously, it is not used nowadays, not common in use, because it is having a ball. Okay, you can see here in this picture, having movable control ball. This ball is responsible for the movements of the mouse. Okay, ball is responsible for movements of pointer, also known as ball mouse, because it is having a ball. It is little heavy and needs to be cleaned regularly. Little heavy because of this ball, and if you want to use this mechanical mouse, you have to use a mouse pad, otherwise this ball will not work properly and your pointer will not move on the screen also. And again, it is little heavy because of this ball and needs to be cleaned regularly, otherwise there is the movement of the ball is not accordingly if there is a dust, okay, collected around it, and then it will not work accordingly or the properly, you can say. So this is not common nowadays. Next we are having optical mouse, or you can say the laser mouse, in which we are having some light technology. You can see here it is used LED lights for the movement of mouse pointer. So there is no concept of ball, we are using a LED light nowadays, and there is no need of mouse pad also, and the pointer will move whenever you will move the mouse, the LED lights will blink and accordingly the pointer will work on the monitor. So this is the optical mouse commonly used nowadays. It is not so much heavy because there is no ball, does not need much care, okay, lighter because it is having no ball, and no ball is there for the movement. What is responsible here for the movement is LED light. Whenever you move it, LED light will blink and accordingly the pointer will work on the screen. So this is about optical. It is most commonly used nowadays. It takes you can say it does not demand much care also, so that's why we are using it nowadays. So we are having two types of mouse also, mechanical and optical. Now we are having one more input devices. This is light pen. Okay, all of you have maybe seen it or use it. This is, we are having a tablet and we are using this pen for pointing or opening or accessing some files or folders or icons. So this is the light pen. It is specially used only with the CRT monitors. This CRT is a type of monitor. When we will discuss the various types of monitor, then we will discuss the CRT type. And now we will study about light pen. This is a digital pen used to point, select and draw objects on a mouse. Similar to, you can say, the mouse also. Used by architects, engineers, fashion designers and teachers. We are having a tab, okay, and with this help of light pen we can access the screen. The screen is the touch screen and specially CRT type monitor. Okay, if the monitor is of any other type, then we cannot use this light pen to draw something or to work on it. Here it is a point. Mouse, touch screen and light pens are some of the pointing device, okay, by which we can point something on the screen, by which we can open it, point it or move something on the screen. We call it as pointing device. So mouse, touch screen that we are having in phone, light pen, you have this one is the light pen, okay. So these are the various input device, again by which the devices by which we are accessing something or we are giving some information to the computer, that are known as input devices. So first we have done keyboard, second we have done mouse, and the third one is the light pen. So next one is the scanner, or you have seen it as the most you can say the most of us have seen it also. It will, what it does basically, okay, there are two types of, you can say, the data in the computer. One is the soft copy and one is the hard copy. Hard copy means in the paper form, we are having our notebooks, we are having our books, okay, and the soft copy, something inside the computer like Word file, Excel file, media file, audio file, video file, image file. These are the soft copy. So what scanner will do is, scanner transform the data from a hard copy into a computer. Hard copy means I have something on a paper and I want to put that inside the computer. So how I can do that? I can do it with the help of a scanner. I can just place the paper on a scanner and just give a command and it will scan the paper and give the information or give the instruction to the computer. Everything will be get inside the computer. Can read the text as well as the pictures also. There are three types of scanner: flatbed, sheet fed and handheld. Depending upon their working, we are having three types, and the most commonly used scanner is flatbed scanner. Okay, so this is about scanner. It will convert hard copy to soft copy. And one more thing, we are having a opposite to that, we are having printer. What will printer do? Printer will do the opposite work of that of scanner. Printer will convert soft copy to hard copy, and scanner will convert hard copy to soft copy. Okay, that means what is outside the computer in paper form, we will just scan it through a scanner and put that inside the computer. So we are putting something inside, that's why it is an input device. So this is about scanner. We are having some more input devices. Yes, we are having webcam. So this webcam, all of you have seen it. It is known as web camera, also used for video calling, video conferencing. Okay, and connected to the computer, used to capture still images and record videos also. Basically its main use is, it is used in video conferencing and video chats. Inbuilt webcams are now present in computer. If you will talk about the laptop, on the top of the monitor screen in the center we will find a webcam. You can say here on the top center. Okay, we will find a webcam. But for computers, desktop, you can say you have to attach it with the CPU, because CPU is the brain or the processing unit, you can say the one and all, the device which is responsible for overall functioning. So we have to attach everything to the CPU through cables. So webcam also we have to connect it to the CPU, and then we will do the give the commands to perform the functions. So basically the main use of webcam is for video conferencing and video calling, video chatting, whatever you can say, and used to capture still images and record videos. So this is about webcam, which is again an input device. Next is digital camera. Digital camera is used to capture photographs. As you can see here, it is a digital camera. A memory card is inside it. Okay, memory card is fixed inside this, and everything that we capture through this camera is get stored in that memory card. And whenever you want to transfer the data or share the files, that you can just access that memory card, or you can transfer the data through that memory card. Images are stored in digital form using memory card. So everything, audio, video or pictures, whatever you capture with this camera, everything gets stored in the memory card in digital form. Digital form is in form of zeros and ones, because everything inside the computer work in form of zeros and ones. So this is our digital camera. In our phone also, the back camera we are having, it is digital camera. It is of 16 megapixel, 20, 25, 40 like this. So that is also a digital camera. We can use it for capturing images or recording the videos also, and everything is getting stored in our phone, or you can save it in the memory card also. So digital camera again an input device, because we are capturing the things and getting inside the computer. So there are some other input devices also. This one is barcode reader. Okay, you have seen in shops and shopping malls, some bar code is given at the back of the product, and this device will just put a flash on this code, and the price or the information which is behind that is flashed on the monitor screen. So it is again an input device. Okay, it is used to read this barcode reader. Its name is barcode reader and is used for read this barcode. Again, this one is the touchpad. You can see it in the laptop. This is, you can say, for scrolling, and these are the two buttons, left and right. So this is the touchpad, again an input device by which we will give the instructions to the computer. This touch screen, or you can say the touchpad, like in our phones we are having touch screen. So just by touching with the fingers, okay, we can perform the various actions, or we can give the commands to our device, whatever it is. Nowadays we are having touchscreen laptop also, touchscreen monitors also. So these are again the input device used to give the instructions to the computer. So this is about various input device. You can think of any other input devices also, like mic is also an input device. We just speak something and our voice getting inside the computer. Okay, you can think of a scanner, webcam, digital camera, mic. You can say the joystick also. Joystick again, which is used for playing video games. Okay, so that are also a part, that is also a input device. Any other device also you can think of that is used to put something inside the computer. So this is about input device. In the next class we will discuss about various output device. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.